Welcome back, everyone, to another Sunday night of shenanigans. Got a pretty wicked show tonight. Obviously, I don't have any plans as usual.
But it's wicked, okay? He just knows it's going to happen.
Yeah. But we got some awesome guests on, and we'll get to those. We'll get to you guys soon. I'll catch up with the chat. There's not many people in the chat. We were late today. Well, I was late setting this up, so I think a lot of people haven't even seen that we're on. You guys are all here.
We're here. That's good.
Rocket Stretch, how you going? Judder, how you going? The Octopus, how you going? He's slithering his way up around the Gold Coast, I think. And Sandra, how you going?
It's cracking.
So that was quick. That was quick.
Wayno's like, crap, now what do I do? Like,
they weren't expecting 2 weekends in a row, Wayno. That's the problem.
We're prepared.
You've shocked them all.
This is like the movie channel when I go to catch up with the chat at the start and there's 2 comments. I'll start with you, Brad. I had a quick look today. You haven't been on here since 2022.
Really?
Hey.
Are you sure?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure.
But I came on last year.
In saying that, I only did like 8 shows last year.
Oh, that makes more sense.
It was the end of year show in 2022 about everyone on.
Wow.
Yeah, we ended up with like 8, 9, 10 people at one stage. Yeah,
it was fun. That was fun as that.
That's longer than I thought, to be honest. So I'm glad to be back.
You've had a bit of a busy year last year, though, mate.
Yeah, a lot of stuff happened last year, especially towards the back end of it. But yeah, we're refocused and trying to keep things moving at the moment. So yeah, plenty on the plate.
How's the van going?
Yeah, I ordered some more stuff for it last week. I had to stay home for the morning on Thursday because I was getting some wood delivered, and the guy came and delivered it on a truck, and it weighed like 70 kilos. And there's just the 2 of us trying to lift it off the back of this truck. I swear I almost broke my back trying to lift this bloody ply. So we're just waiting on some metal to come in to do all the cabinetry. But once that comes in, all guns blazing, I hope.
I like when I go to pick up deals from people, like that big gaming deal that I picked up off that guy. I sat in his chair while he loaded it all in the house.
Just directed him. I mean, I would have liked
and he did the same when I bought it off him as well.
He's a smart man. Here's me like killing myself. But to be fair, there's no way that guy could have got it off himself. Like it would have landed on top of him. It wasn't happening.
I genuinely can't do it though. So I just when I was getting the gaming deal, my back was really bad, and like I couldn't even stand up for longer than 10 minutes. So I had to sit in the chair. And yeah, like that guy was easily a legend of a bloke, so he was super helpful. But yeah, wood stuff like that's never going to happen.
It was a struggle.
And I wanted to ask you about the membership. How many have you got? A few signed up?
Yeah, it's an awesome little response so far. I think there's about 35 or 37 in there now. I haven't checked today, but we just put out a little poll this morning asking what day people want us to go live. Obviously, trying to work around all these other guys that are going live, from Chris and Granny and Octo and all that. So yeah, we're just trying to schedule around the most amount of people that can show up for it. Obviously people be able to watch it on the watch back, but yeah, it's been a really good response so far. Obviously try to keep it as cheap as possible and as affordable for people. But I think it's going to be a really good group, just with a lot of people that are like looking to scale up and learn little tips and tricks that we've learned along the way, because we've made plenty of mistakes. So hopefully we're past a lot of them now, and we can share a bit of knowledge and help people get to where they want to be.
I think the good thing about it being a membership too is it weeds out the people that aren't really that interested but just come along anyway, and like it's just going to waste your time, or trolls as well. You know, like those people are going to have to pay to troll now. Like
no, it should be good. Like we've always tried to help people, and we've been doing it behind the scenes as a bit of a, more of a, because we enjoy helping people. So we've tried to do it for people for free for a long time, and it's just got to the point now where, we're trying to start moving into our future, and all these little things have added up. Obviously, there's other people offering stuff around, and like we mentioned, there's probably a couple that we would suggest people go to, but then there's a couple that we probably wouldn't recommend. So yeah, we just thought, look, let's do our best version of what we can do and provide a little bit more context of what the Australian market looks like, because yeah, the American market's different. And yeah, I think we've learned enough now that we can pass on a bit of knowledge. And if we don't know, we have plenty of people around us that do know, like you guys and, you know, Jada and Ethan, our tax specialist, and a lot of people that we can reach out to ask stuff if we are not versed in that particular category. So yeah, I'm excited for what it may lead to in the future, but yeah, it's not there to grow our empire or anything, just to repay the time that we're going to be spending on it, because obviously we're quite busy with our business and everything. And yeah, this is sort of a way that we can create time for ourselves. So
yeah, it's awesome. And you know, there might be the odd person who says, "Oh, well, what do you do in your spare time?" It's like, well, you still need your spare time to relax and you know, have a life. You know,
I don't think I have spare time, to be honest, Wayno.
Yeah, I know. You are a busy man. I'll catch up. There's heaps more people in the chat now.
Jumped in.
Good night, everyone. See you next Solus. Christian, hang on. Oz Riley, hang on. Oi, lads. Hope you're all well. Can't stay. Catch up soon. No worries, Tobes. Tobes been making some big sales lately.
Yeah,
He's still that like
and
support
stuff.
thing for a like race driver or something, say like a neck brace or something.
Like 18 or 1700 bucks or something like that. Like,
And even his shoes, some of his shoes he's been
He's had some
selling.
nice shoes. Yeah.
Lucky man, yeah.
I think his mates got a pretty nice collection. He's been sort of dipping into that for him. So,
Can we? Leanne, how you going? Cindy, how you going? Sandra, Blondie, how you going? Cindy again. She's pretty forgetful.
Double dipping.
Look forward to a good hour. Backs, how you going? Chris collects things and he also sells things. Lots of beautiful reseller reunions tonight. Feeling very emotional, need a tissue. And Ethan is here as well. How you going?
Speak of the devil, he
Man.
pops in.
Yeah,
It
he's a burning.
Must be.
Chris,
Beetlejuice.
yeah. How you going, Chris? You've had a big couple of months.
Yeah, it's it went quick, surprisingly, but it's half a blur. I mean, I was 100% honest. I was so stressed before leaving because I had a few heart issues, and then I had COVID before getting on the plane, and finally wasn't positive, and that was a bit nerve-wracking, thinking having to delay all that. And getting to the Philippines was great. Like, it didn't do anything. Like, literally tools down from the business, didn't do any content, didn't like film anything. And that was great. It just to be able to switch. I've never done that in my life in terms of switch off for that long. And then a couple of days before we flew back, I ate something and that didn't really sit with me well. So that was uncomfortable. We had to catch I think it was a 7-hour bus ride back from where Carla's folks live to Manila. And then we had a 7-8 hour flight. So didn't really get much sleep, and it was quite cozy, like bumpy ride. And arrived back in Melbourne, I was sharing with the family what we got up to and lost my voice on the Sunday night. And then woke up with laryngitis and bronchitis. So the last 2 weeks have been a bit of a bit absent. Haven't been able to do much, no energy, couldn't talk. So just started to do a bit more this week. But look, it's good to be back, but it was great also to just get away from it all, got some fresh perspective. And it's been a good probably 8 weeks really since I've really been going at it at full steam. So the body has enjoyed it. I lost 7 kilos in the Philippines just from the sweat and food.
I think I've got to go on a Philippines trip just to lose some weight, I think.
It's like the sweating of the humidity is great. Obviously a little bit to get adjusted to, but and also the food is just it's basic, but it's just clean. Like, it's fresh, because the idea of going down to Coles and get some frozen meat doesn't exist. Like, the chicken has been literally plucked that day. Like, it's good stuff.
I might need.
And no, I haven't had a haircut. It's just in a ponytail. Yeah.
I might need to move to the Philippines for a couple of years then. Lose a few kilos.
It works. It's easy. Like, I don't have to do anything. So I didn't even run in the Philippines, so it was good.
Sounds like good diet to me. The eat well and no exercise diet.
It must have been frustrating to come back and you're away from your business for 6 weeks and you come back and then
Dude.
you're flat and you can't do anything.
So annoying. Like I was like, because I spent a lot of time planning on like, what I'm going to do this year. I've got all planned. Like I scripted out videos, my podcast, all these things. I'm going to come back, get straight into it. And then also my car died as well. It really just, obviously it wasn't meant to be. And look, there's plenty of time to do stuff, but it's when you have a good holiday, you're like, you feel refreshed. So you want to kind of, then bank that. But to come back now, I'm exhausted again. It's like the Philippines is a blur, and all I can remember is the last 2 weeks of coughing my guts up. So
it's always the way when you like take break though, like your body slows down and you stop,
Yeah.
and 100% you're gonna get sick on the back end of it because your body's like trying to catch up on all that time of just being
so
like
frustrating.
smashing
But
through it.
nothing you can do about it. Just gotta suck it up, I guess.
At least you didn't
I've tried to complain, but no one listens. So.
At least you didn't come home with a flesh-eating virus on your foot.
That's right. That's right.
Most people no one knows what I'm talking about, except for 1 or 2 people on the stream. A mate of mine did that. He got a flesh-eating virus in Thailand.
Oh, that was those pictures you sent us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yeah. That was...
and before he I just caught up with him the other day, actually. Before he left, his grandma made him get insurance. He wasn't going to get it. And then he's in this hospital in Thailand with like no windows or anything. It's just all open. They were giving him Panadol. He had half his foot was eaten away, and they were just giving him Panadol, and then they were cutting off the dead skin with scissors. They said if he didn't, he got flown back to Australia, and they saved his foot and everything. And they said if he didn't have insurance, they would have just cut his foot off in Thailand. Because it's the only way they could fix it to stop it. So he's pretty lucky. That was the short version of the story, but the photos are pretty graphic. Cara, how you going? What's the weirdest thing you ate over there?
Probably actually wasn't anything too weird. Like I know a lot of people ask about the half boiled egg that is still alive. Didn't have that, but nothing too crazy. It was probably more of like just never tried it before, but it was just a combination of things like even nothing weird. Like I can't even remember anything that's weird. It was all just really different flavors, or it was cooked in a certain way. But no, pretty good. A lot of pork, a lot of chicken, a lot of fish, like lots of fish. But because I was staying with family, and it's on a farmhouse, so they pretty basic meals in terms of safe stuff. Just lots of rice and fish and pork, chicken.
Yeah, nice. Daniel, son, how you going, mate? Was it easy to switch off, or were you still thinking about the biz while relaxing?
It took me a little bit to kind of calm down, because obviously when I left, I didn't feel like I left, with feeling comfortable, because I had been sick. So I'd kind of been out of action for a week before leaving. So I didn't kind of get to do all my proper things that I wanted to attend to. So it was a bit stressful. But once I got there, and then once, things were into a groove, it probably took me a week to really just adjust and kind of calm down. Plus I was still had a bit of COVID fatigue, so that was keeping me stressed as well. But once, it was all good. Like it was really nice to just switch off. And because it was hot, I didn't really want to do anything else anyway, other than just rest and relax. So it was pretty good. And the first couple of weeks we were quite busy, because we had to go to a few different places for family things. So that kept me busy anyway, and my mind off things. And then it wasn't until the tail end where we really just sat around and did nothing, where I was able to do some more planning and stuff like that. And by that time I was kind of like, all good, made it this far. What's another couple of weeks, right? So was it bring your own chicken? Well, the chickens were local, so like, or wild duck or whatever. So
I did notice that you only shared on your Instagram stories when Carla tagged you in something, and you just reshared it.
I just couldn't be bothered. And I didn't really have much access, so I didn't want to put stuff out and then I wouldn't be able to reply or comment and things like that. And then when I did have access, get inundated with stuff because the data would take so long to come through, it would probably block everything and all the notifications going off. So I just couldn't be bothered. I think I posted something for Christmas. But I really just got into the groove of like, I don't want to start because if I start, I'll feel like I want to do more. So if I just don't do it, then there's no expectation and it takes the pressure off myself. And by that time, after a week or two, I was just like, just can't be stuffed. I had the GoPro with me. We did do we climbed a mountain, Mount Ulab, and I took the GoPro with me, but I'm like, I just can't be stuffed. Like, just want to enjoy doing nothing. And then we did do some thrifting in one town. And again, didn't really want to film it, but it's a lot different. And like also being white, Carla's like, no, keep things in your pockets. Don't like wave your phone around and stuff. Cause I stick out like we can steal off him. So, I didn't want to draw attention to myself. So yeah, it was just nice to just do nothing. It was weird, but it was definitely needed because I haven't done that ever. Like even when I go away, still taking pictures or you're filming or doing a run or whatever. But it was really good. I would highly encourage it. It's hard though. Like good thing we didn't have internet half the time, so it's like even if I took stuff, I can't upload it or share it. So it was like, oh well, who cares?
Sounds like me when I go to the op shop. Took my GoPro, but I couldn't be fucked, so I didn't film. All right. Well, speaking of sweating, how are you going, Bohdan?
Exactly that, sweating. It's just been
he's lost 7 kilos on this stream.
I don't have a lot of exciting stories to tell. We chatted last week, so I'm a little bit caught up, but I am here again. So,
and it is stinking hot up there where you are at the moment.
It's very hot.
42 is pretty hot.
42 today, yeah.
And
Not fun. And I'm in a shed.
So it's probably like 50 in there.
Well, it's still 42 in here. I'd say that's probably more what it is, whereas the southerlies ripped through, a good probably hour ago now or half hour ago. So it's cooling outside and it's starting to drop in here and the fan's just kind of slowly pushing that air around.
Yeah, I couldn't stand that. Books along with stuff, evening all, here for my 10-minute break, then back to photos for 30 minutes, another 10 minutes break, trying not to push myself, being a bit dizzy. That's not good.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that.
Doing the old 10-minute and 30-minute, and you won't get charged $29 doing it here. It's all free. All right, so we've got our segment. I did mention to you guys, shits me to tears, or if you can't think of one, just a funny story or a crazy story or something. I told a shit story last week. Yeah, did you guys manage to think of one?
I did.
I got one. I'll go more.
You can go first.
I'll get cracking. Let the boys think a bit. So I went to see the Rubens this week. My wife decided about 2 months ago she wanted to go see them as a date night. I was like, yeah, I don't know who they are, kind of thing. Like I've heard some of their music if you play it for me, but I wouldn't be able to just tell you off the top of my head. So I'm going along. Good music, great support act, but mate, I tell you what, it just shits me to tears when you're standing there and you're trying to listen to a band and everyone around you is just yelling at each other rather than actually listening to the band. Like, you paid money to come and see a band, just shut the hell up and listen to the band. I mean, it was so loud from everyone talking, like I could hardly hear the support act to begin with. So, I mean, yeah, just frustrated me to no end that you're just trying to sit there and enjoy something and all the people want to do around you. And there was literally 3 women in front of us for the whole of the Rubens, did not stop talking to each other the whole time. I'm like, why have you come to this concert? So that's my shits me to tears, that if you're going to come to a show, shut the fuck up, talk when you need to, but just enjoy the show and talk afterwards.
I have been to a lot of gigs. I got a lot of gigs, and a lot of them have been metal. And I'm going to tell you, the best fans by far are metal fans. They are the nicest and the best fans by far. People think, it'd be brutal and shit, but most metal fans are like nerds and they've been grown up as an outcast kind of thing. So like they're all really nice. And some of the worst gigs I've been to are like sort of Triple J sort of music, like Jack White. We went and saw Jack White at Festival Hall. Like he's sort of not really Triple J, but it's sort of a younger crowd and stuff. And fuck, they were like the crowd was horrible. Like we're in general admission and just so obnoxious. I only care about themselves. I was with my ex. She's really short. And these two really tall girls come barging through. They just push through, like they just think they can push through because they're good-looking girls or whatever. And they actually pushed my ex over onto the ground. And then like she got up and then they stood right in front of her and like she couldn't see anything. And we were just like, there was like 3 songs in and we're like, fuck this. So we just went and stood at the back and watched it from the back because the rest of the crowd was pretty shit or whatever. Then at the end of the gig, some Muppet, right at the end of the last song, some Muppet jumped up on stage and tried to stage dive feet first. And he knocked a girl out. He kicked her in the head, completely knocked her out. And we were driving home. My ex was driving, and I'm looking at Twitter trying to find out what happened. And the girl's friend tweeted, and it was those fucking girls that knocked my ex over. So she got her payback. But yeah, anyway.
I mean, the crowd was great. It was a really odd crowd because you had like, it was at a sports club. So it was 18 through to, must have been like 80-year-olds standing there next to us, like just rocking along, enjoying the music that were just like, there's a band, let's go see a band. So good crowd, but just shut me to tears that people were talking. But yeah, metal, as you say, metal crowds are great. I went to see a POD and a couple others from that sort of era. Of that sort of new metal bands in Germany when I lived over there for a while. And yeah, just awesome crowds, always super fun. But yeah.
Got to be careful of the death circles with the metal bands. We went to our big day out and we're watching Rammstein and big death circle started. And you guys have seen how tall Jazz is. I had to stand with my back to these guys just running at us, flat chat at each other, and they were just slamming into me because otherwise Chaz would have got squashed. But,
I remember being like 14 and going to Vans Warped Tour and just getting into the pit, and you like I was little as a 14-year-old, and you just go with it. You just got to go limp almost and just get pushed around and live with it. It's good fun.
A mate of mine, we went to the big day. We're like 16, like 96. Went to the big day out, and he's actually a sort of a big. He's not big, just tall. And he went to see. I didn't like Fear Factory, but he loved them, and he went to see him, and he went right up the front and didn't realize what it was going to be like. And he said at the end of every song, he'd start trying to make his way out. And then the next song would start, and he'd just get pushed straight back in. And he got kicked in the head and all sorts.
You gotta have a nerve, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I just go to the front, right to the side, so I'm as close as I can. What have we got here? Oh, it's a sea of phones. Yes, sea of phones.
Definitely was.
I like
the worst is when they have their phone up and they've got the light on in front of them in a dark room, and so all they're filming is the people's heads in front of them, which there was a fair few of the like boomers there doing it on Wednesday night. They realized after a couple of minutes, but yeah, there was a lot of back of heads filmed rather than the actual gig.
I take photos and the occasional video, but like it's a 2-hour show and I might have my phone out for a minute the whole total. Yeah. It's like you don't need to hold your phone up and record every fucking song you dickheads.
You miss half of it when you do that anyway, and like you can't relive that experience from the phone, so you might as well just like enjoy the experience.
Yeah. ID Holt, hello. eBay sellers, Wayno, Uncle Wayno. You sound like Reggie. Long time watcher. Thank you. Nice to see you here in the chat. I went to a Metal Underground thing in 2018 in the middle of Budapest, Hungary. One of the best experiences. Couldn't hear for days, but yeah, that'd be awesome. Rob Zombie, I've seen Rob Zombie when he had John 5 with him. That was awesome. I remember some pretty rowdy hooly-dooly gigs about 20 years ago. Danny Boy, how you going? Wayne Manifesto. I don't know what that means. My metalhead son demands footage, otherwise I'd get none. Auction, keep it moving or fixed price. I don't do auctions. I know these guys. I think
Fixed price.
I know Brad does occasionally.
Oh,
Just to get-
very, very rarely. Only if
Yeah.
it's something that's like super hot and it's really hard to place the value. Like there are no sort of like accurate comps. Like it's an item that everyone auctions, but very rarely. Like maybe one in every, I don't know, 5,000 listings maybe.
Yeah, I only auction for stuff that I'm clearing out. So like after I've had something listed for a year and a half, it goes to auction at $5 starting price, and just try and clear it. Starting like $5 and postage always on. And if it sells, it sells. If it doesn't, then it's written off as a loss and gets redonated or given to a friend or whatever.
Yeah,
I don't even do that. I'd rather just I'd rather just ditch it. Like I feel like it just ends up making a lot of work for not a lot of profit. But I guess it depends how much you've got. Like, I mean, if you end up selling 50 pieces of clothing, you pocket an extra couple $100, don't you? So
yeah.
But I'm probably not going to do that with my sort of stock here. So I don't really bother. It's the one you call Tom Jones Battle. He did a cover of a Prince song. I'm off to see Emma X Yellow Wiggle concert tomorrow. So, what is she doing? Is she
have a
doing
good time by yourself, Christian? You know, it'd probably be nice if you took the kid along, but we understand you're just getting a dad's day out by yourself.
I was going to say, is she doing kid stuff or is she doing something new now? I have no idea.
Yeah. She's kind of broken out to do her own kid stuff now.
Depends on what you have, but 99% fixed. Yeah. Auctioned a pair of decrepit William boots, got $100. Nice. How's your back, Wayno? That's great. They put up those bookshelves. Yeah, my back's actually really good. Like the last 4 days or something like that. It's been really good. I had this massager that my old chiropractor gave me. And it's the best massager on the planet. Like you can't buy them in the shops. Like those ones you get from down the shops. I bought one of them portable ones and they're fucking shit. They don't work properly. And so I had this one years ago and it broke. And I went and found one online and I bought it like a week and a half ago. And it makes so much difference. It just works. It actually works. So, I don't know if that's why or if it's just a coincidence. But yeah, the last 4 or 5 days, my back's been heaps better. But it's still
that's good.
Still a bit of pain there down my leg, but way better than it was. So, nay, it was the lovely, your nephew. I don't know what that means.
I can't even decipher that one.
Definitely kid stuff. Yuck, Emma was shit. All right, my shit's me to tears. I don't know if I've probably talked about this before, but I've had a couple of them recently. And it's the guys that lowball you, and then not the guilt ones. The guilt ones are bad. But it's all about them. Like I had one 70 is the lowest I'll go. I'm not sure if it'll fit, so I'm just taking a punt. The measurements are in the listing.
Yeah, that's not my problem. Yeah,
it's got nothing to do with me. And
No.
you either want to pay for it or you don't. So you don't have to lowball. The funny thing was I accepted his offer because it actually wasn't that bad. And then I had another one on the DVD. It was like a $10 DVD, or it was a $10 game, I think.
It's always the cheap stuff.
He's offered me like $4, and he's like, "Oh, I'm only willing to pay $4 because we've actually already got this, but my kid scratched it and it doesn't work anymore."
Well, then you don't have it, do you?
Yeah. Oh, rightio. Well, I'll accept your offer then, mate. So yeah, that's my shit me to tears. It's the people that just think it's all about them.
Mine fits in really well with that, so I'll jump in here. So I had, all that camping gear that we got. We've done really good prices on it, so pretty much like half a retail. So if it's like a $300 jacket, it's $150, and that's well below the actual retailer's discounted price. So it's great pricing. I got an offer on a jacket that was $319 retail, and I had it up for $150, and he offered me $129. So I was like, all right, I'll take it, $129. after 3 days he hadn't paid, so I sent the little reminder saying like, "Hey, do you want to pay for this?" And I get a message back, and he's like, "Oh, I'll only take it if you do it for 100." And I was like, "Well, sorry, we've like agreed at 129." He's like, "Oh yeah, but I went to North Face today, and they had clearance from last year, and I bought this other jacket for $219. So I feel like you should do a better price, so I can afford them both." And I was like, "What's that got to do with me? Like, I didn't force you to go to North Face and buy a $219 jacket. Like, I'll just cancel it." But he was like, pretty much saying like, either cancel it and get nothing, or take my $100 offer. And I was like, I'll just cancel it because I've been selling like, pretty regularly at that price, so I'm not worried that it's going to sell. So yeah, he was just trying to like get a better deal out of something that he'd already like committed to because he'd bought another jacket. And I was like, firstly, we're not even comparing apples and apples. North Face and Macpac, 2 different brands. So I don't know what you're trying to say. And this jacket's like cheaper than the one you bought. So what do you want from me? Like,
give him a refund of the difference. Just come on, deliver above and beyond, man.
Should have just sent it to him for free for my bad on doing the listing. And
like what's been annoying me is I've been finding, especially over Christmas period, and I think it's just people that are just annoyed that I've got something priced and it's out of their price range. So I've been getting lowball offers. It was a lot of the video stuff, the video game figures that I got from Uncle Wayno. And so, like, let's say I've got like an Assassin's Creed thing listed for $90 or $110, and they'll send an offer of like $40 or whatever. And it's happened twice, 2 different people. So I've actually accepted it, right? And I'm like, I'll call their bluff. And it's like, "Oh no, sorry, I can't afford it." Or so I feel like they're lowballing to try and make me feel bad, like, or to because they want to make themselves feel better. So I'm like, well, stuff it. Let's do it then. Like, you're gonna have to pay $20 postage as well, right? And then they end up canceling. Or, "Oh, can I cancel this, please? Oh, actually, sorry, I can't afford. Oh, I don't get paid till next week." Or, "Oh, I didn't think you would accept." Like, well, why are you sending the flipping offer?
Yeah.
Like, it's. I find that happens quite a lot. But if I've made my money already, it's like, well, stop it. Let's do it. Let's tango.
Like the ones that like send you an offer and you like accept it and then they cancel straight away because they like found a better price, because they're like, "Oh, I wanted to get you to a point where you weren't going to accept it, so I knew I was getting the best price." Like, it's like they want to find that point where you decline them or counter so that they feel like they've got the very lowest price that they can get.
But I think it was Octo sharing it once that what people do is they find the one thing they want and then they go make 20 offers across 20 other people, and then they just wait till who gives them the best one, even if everyone accepts, and then they just tell everyone to cancel. It's like flipping waste everyone's time.
You know what though, and this is one thing that's bad on our parts, you have to report them because eBay won't do anything about it unless we report them. And when they don't pay, we have to actually eBay make it hard because they don't want buyers to be not buying. So they make us go and fill out a form to report them and shit, which we never do. But if we did, they'd only get like three chances at that, and then they'd be fucked. But yeah, so I've mentioned it a few times we need to report them, but I still don't do it myself.
I've reported a few people, but only when it's been like really dodgy stuff where you can just tell they're just like out there to scam. In those cases, I will. I don't report people for not buying because I'm just like, you know what, money comes and goes for people, and sometimes like one day you're like, I can afford that, and then your car stops working, or you can't pay for that bill. So I just generally cancel them. But yeah, I mean, some people out there are definitely taking the piss.
I reported a guy recently for Brad knows about this, I think. He bought 2 Spider-Man games off me, like 4 days apart. They were 100, one was 160 and one was 130 for the PlayStation 3. Hard ones to get. And then like 12 days after receiving them, he wanted to send them back because he bought the wrong Spider-Man game. And he bought them from 2 different accounts. And both accounts had his name and address on it. So I contacted eBay and they're just like, we understand, but you still got to accept the returns or whatever. So obviously he returned them, and one of them had 2 scratches on it, which weren't there when I sent it. So I refunded him the other one. I relisted them both, and they both sold straight away, so that didn't matter. and I actually got more because he sent me an offer on one of them. So I actually got more when I resold them anyway. But yeah, I didn't refund him on the one that was scratched. I wasn't sure what I was going to do about it yet. And then I kind of forgot about it. And then like a week later, I get an email from eBay saying this case has been closed in your favor because he didn't return the item in time. I'm like, that's weird. So I haven't refunded him, and I'm still debating whether I'm going to or not because they came back scratched.
Because he didn't send it back like with the tracking number you provided, or how does that work? Because
he did. He provided tracking. So I have
but
no.
Did he book it through eBay for a return, or did he just send it through Ozpost with a track?
Yeah, that's weird.
He did.
Wayno's just kind of glitch in the system.
The eBay thing said he didn't return it in time. Didn't say that he didn't return it. So
but I had one like that, Wayno, where similar situation. They were doing something dodgy, and I'm like, stuff it. I'll just give the money back. So I refunded, and then it was literally only a couple of hours later, I got a notice saying, "Oh, this case has been closed on your behalf." And I was like, "I don't have any cases open," and it says, "Oh, we identified that the buyer that you have refunded has actually is doing fraud or whatever. So therefore, we've actually refunded your refund, and you don't need to do anything." And I was like, "What?" Like,
I've had a couple of them.
Maybe me reporting him actually worked.
Potentially, yeah.
He hasn't
triggered like the third time or something that they've been reported.
He hasn't messaged me or anything. Like I don't want to take people's money. Like I've resold them, but at the same time, I kind of want to teach him a fucking lesson. Don't do this shit. Like if you didn't do this shit, you wouldn't lose your money. Like you're a scammer, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like my assumption is he was playing the games and then sending them back, or he had a jailbroken PS3. He was copying them and then sending them back. But yeah, I don't really know. But I didn't believe because his story made no sense. He's like, "Oh, my mate, I bought one and I bought the wrong one, and then my mate bought one for me and he bought the wrong one." And I'm like, on the other account, and I'm like, so it's your mate's account, the other one with your name and address on it. So he was lying to me anyway. So, well, fuck him. If he messages me, I'll probably give him his money back, but I haven't heard from him, so whatever. I'm way behind in the chat. What do you think about rotating 24-hour auctions for the price I don't know what that means. Do you?
Don't auction.
I think
plain and simple, just don't auction.
Yeah, I think he's saying like start it at the price you want, but don't even. Yeah, there's no point. And 24-hour auctions are ridiculous anyway because
you pay every
most
time.
people aren't going to find it. Yeah, there's not enough time for people to do it. So just do buy it now, and if you want to accept offers on it. If you don't.
Buy it now, you always get more, unless it's a super rare item. You've got the only one or something, and it's very desirable at the same time. Like, yeah, buy it now is you're always gonna get more money. Like, just look at sold comps.
Yeah,
you got there.
Yeah, I still didn't.
30% discount, really. Like, if you look at direct comps for auctions and buy it nows, a lot of the time the auctions will be like 30% under what buy it nows have sold for. So why would you lose 30% of your income?
I need it cheap because it's not both sides of the week. Yeah. I usually find people who ask lots of eBay questions are usually problematic buyers. Yes, I had one the other day. Wanted me to take photos, then wanted me to take more photos, and they were overseas, and that was a sealed $120 game.
You can kind of get that vibe after a while. Hey, like once you've experienced a few of those bad situations, you can tell the buyer that's going to like try and screw you over.
Yeah.
I still find it's always on $20 and less items. But yeah, once you start getting multiple questions, it's just not worth it.
Just ignore those comments. Just ignore those comments, Wayne. Just move on.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can see one there that I'm not going to. Yeah, immediate cancellation because I didn't think we agreed to their shitty offer. Don't do auctions if you can't write a proper sentence. Don't do auctions. The joys of customers. Where are we up to? When I managed a textbook store. Fuck, I can't say it.
Textbook store.
We'd have people buy the $200 textbook to take in their exam and then return it 2 hours later. Yeah,
That's
totally.
smart.
Smart for the buyer, not smart for the company that went broke.
But that's like EB Games. You can buy a game for 7 and have it for 7 days and return and get all your money back.
Yeah.
Finish it in 7 days.
That's just like it's like a thing going way back when women buy dresses for like expensive dress for a night out and take it back the next day.
I think they still do, Wayno. I think they still
I
do.
think that still happens on eBay a bit as well.
Yeah.
You just hide the tag away.
Consecutive messages make Octo extra discount. Chris, how you going? I made it live. I think this god awful heat. Yeah, as you must be up near Bohdan. The company literally went to administration and closed down.
It's so true.
What are we up to, Chris? You got a shit minute?
Yeah. The thing that's been annoying me, there's two parts of it. It's a good problem, but it's also got a catch to it too. So I've implemented. I'm doing a whole bunch of different discounts, like if you buy 2 or buy 4, or buy 5 or buy 10, just in my clothing, just to help obviously clear out dead stock. So if you buy 2, you get 15% off, and you get combined postage, which is like $12 or whatever. If you buy 3 items, you get 25% off, which is quite juicy, and you get combined postage. And then if it's like if you buy 5, you get 40%, but if you buy 10, you get 50% off. Now, I don't think eBay is pushing the bigger deals because it's less money for them. Because, I mean, look, which is fine if someone comes and pays full, but I've had multiple people. I started this from the end of November to start testing it last year. I had multiple people come through, and they make me an offer of like, if I'm selling something for 30, they make me an offer for 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. And then I'm thinking, if they had just gone through the process, they would have actually saved 40%, right? I don't know if it's they thinking that they're just feeling good or they're not seeing the deal. But I thought eBay, when you were to add a whole bunch of things, obviously you wouldn't know if you're sending the offer. But I thought they would be showing the best offer to a customer, like what's going to get them the best discount. But clearly not. And it's annoying me, but it's not at the same time, because obviously I'm making more money. But it's also making more time, because then they send all the offers through, and they're like, oh, can you make sure the postage is combined? I'm like, yes, it already combines automatically. And it's like, oh, okay, thanks for that, really good. And it's like, it's good, but it's like, it defeats the whole purpose of me trying to move the stock quickly.
How are you creating the discounts?
So it's just the multi-purchase, like, what's it called?
The coupon or not?
It's not coupon. It's automatic in order discount.
Because I know coupons you can rank to show which one you want to show first. So if it's like you've got 3 coupons running, you can push one to top or second or third. But if you're doing automatic discount, then
no. So it's order discount, and I've actually got, if you buy 10 items or more, you get 50%, and the display priority of that is 1. The 40% is display 2, 25% is 3, and 15% is 4. And the only ones I've had sale on is the 25% and the 15%.
Maybe there's just not 10 things that people can find. Maybe they're like,
oh, correct. No. So I had someone purchase 10, and I've had someone purchase 6 items. So they should have got the 1 of 5. Anyway, it's just annoying me, because it's kind of like these people are thinking that they're, I don't know if it's the person that's annoying me, because they're going through and thinking, oh, look at me, I'm getting all these good deals on you, and I'm having the last laugh, because I'm like, well, I'm making more money from you.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I want to have these things to help move the thing. So it's one of those catch-22 things, but it's like the people that send you the offers, and they start going through, and let's say you're selling something for $30 plus postage. So they send you basically the offer minus postage. But they go through and they make an offer on 3 things, thinking, oh no, I'm sending you $10 less because I don't want to pay $10 postage on each item. And it's like, oh, well, it's combined postage. And again, eBay's not showing that, even though I offer it and it's available. It might not be that they're not showing it, but it's clearly not obvious to a customer. So this is more of a rant than anything.
I think a lot of people just don't look. So whenever I run coupons, half my sales for the weekend are offers. People accepting offers that are actually higher than what they would have got if they used the coupon.
But I reckon
it has a big banner across the top of the screen.
But I reckon eBay doesn't necessarily push it as much, because if you're giving them a discount, they're not getting as much money off fees.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that that's what they do in delivery, but that's what it makes it sound like from the coincidence that it occurs.
Well, it's like when you send an offer out on an item and then half an hour later,
full price.
Full price, yeah, because eBay have just pushed it straight to the top because they'd rather it sell for full price.
Yeah, it's been annoying me, but I mean, it still works in my favor. But it's like, when are we, having all these things to get people to get all these discounts, and it's not even. Yeah. Anyway, also, if anyone wants to buy 10 items, I got 50% off if you buy 10 items.
I missed the co-op bookstore. Nothing like paying $300 for a bunch of professors. You want to make money, publish your own textbook, and then make it compulsory for all your students. Secondhand gang Vic, how you going? When I was in uni, I had to buy textbook 270 that had one sentence that was used throughout the course. My main reason for offering free posts is to never have to combine or refund posts. Don't message me, just buy it. Yeah. I don't have mine set up very well for multiple buys. I usually have to send the buyer an invoice, and it's really hard when it's not on offers. They just want to buy multiple items. So I need to fix my what do you call it?
It was well worth doing once I fixed it.
Yeah, I have to do it all, but
I got to figure that, because the only multi discounts I was aware of was when you've got multi of the same item, so like of the exact same thing. So I've got to find where that is then, because that'd be huge for a lot of the clothing.
Order discount.
Yeah, okay. Promos. Order discount.
There's also you can do it through coupon as well, so you can do
you can
buy 3 get X.
I've seen those. Yeah.
And there's also the one where you can do, like, if they spend a certain amount, you offer free postage as well.
Yeah. Spend $1 with me, I'll give you free postage, essentially.
I'll take up on that. Can I have that?
I don't have anything for $1, so get fucked.
Nick, how you going? Bohdan, no awesome vintage graphics this evening. Does your name have any relation to Falls Creek Ski Resort?
Number one, it's too hot and I'd sweat too much in a nice old vintage tee. I don't like doing that. Number two, no, not Falls Creek Ski Resort, but Falls Creek, New South Wales. It's a little suburb near Jervis Bay where I live. So that's why it's called Falls Creek Flips.
The multi-listing discount only applies in a single listing.
That's what I was talking about. Correct. Like, you're talking about coupons and promos, so it's a different thing. So.
Yeah, I think that's one bad thing about eBay is there's so many different ways of getting to a result, and it's not always clear like which one's actually going to work. Like they have all these different ways of offering a discount, but it only works if X or if Y. Like there's no like real clean slimline tunnel of like go down here and you get this.
Even how they still have all those business policies set up where you can have like thousands of different business policies for things. It's just confusing. And I one time just had to go in and just wipe them all out because for some reason I had a whole bunch of them just like enter into my account and it was just stuffing everything up. So I'm just like, get rid of all my policies, start afresh.
Yeah, mine, they did that. So when they switched it over and made it compulsory for you to use business policies for your postage. So everything I had listed that had a different postage amount, they all just went in as random ones. So I've got heaps of them as well. Pain in the ass. I just got to go in and clean it up as well. Did I hear in your video the other day, Brad, that you can only do the business policies if you've got a store?
I don't know if that's still the case, but I know that when we transferred from a base store, like a general store, to an actual store, that was part of the upgrade. But I haven't had a new store for like 6 years, so I'm pretty sure that's still the case.
It's a bit like promos. You can't do all the promos and coupons unless if you're paying for a store monthly. So it's the same thing.
I knew that. I was going to help someone set up business policies. I haven't done it yet, but I was going to, but I can't because I don't have a store. So
I'm pretty sure you don't need the store anymore.
Oh, you know,
Oh, really?
They changed
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Yeah, good. That's good. I would assume they would. Like, it would make sense because like they made us all have it. Like I didn't sign up for the business policy.
Chris is saying you can have it without a store now as well. So yeah, it's been a long time since I've opened a brand new one. So back in the day, you couldn't do it unless you had a store.
It's been 18 years since I started a store.
Back in my day.
Back in 2002. Anthony, how you going? And yes, I had multi-discount turned on, but wondered why nobody used it.
Yeah.
I have a video about how to clean those business policies up. Oh, nice. I might actually have
GD's got a video on pretty much everything on eBay now.
Yeah.
Smashing them out. And Discord too.
I've got 60 people watching, 59 people. Nice. Michelle, you don't need a store to have
multiple confirmations.
That's good.
That's pretty good, actually, that they've changed that back to like non-store level. That's super.
Yeah. It just makes sense. Like, have you guys got anything else you want to talk about, or are you going to head on to the quiz?
Whenever you're ready.
Is Jazzy going to come in for the quiz?
I blocked her out.
Oh, what? Do we get to phone a friend for the quiz? What is this?
No, she was going to come in and join in.
Oh, okay.
She's pretty quick on it. I have that fat thumb issue, so I start typing and I get halfway through, and
you don't have to type. Don't we have to say something and then we say it?
She's about to smash down the door and get her way in there, mate. Watch out.
Getting the bludgeoner out, beating me over the head with it. She'll get that DVD out again and whack me in the head with it.
No, you don't have to say your name or anything. Just yell it out. I'm in my PJs. I'm type ready. All right, we'll go without her then. She can chuck them in the chat. Where is it? Here it is. So, the people that haven't seen this before, it's just sort of a word.
Seagull or something.
No, it's a wordplay thing. They're all movies. If I say,
that's a very loud.
You say?
Trust me, Chris, you'll know them. I even put a couple of video game movies in.
All right.
So if I say cab operator, the answer is taxi driver. So they're just sort of words that are similar and stuff like that. So the first one is banged above.
Punch up? Knocked up.
Yes.
I said that last week.
Yeah, that's why I put it in. We got Cindy got in first.
Quick one. Jazz was Jazz heard me yell it.
Brad yell it. The delay is real. And Michelle. Second one. Yeah. Sort of think outside the box a little bit. Lots of fish of pebble. Lots of fish.
School of Rock.
Yes.
What the heck?
Brad is on
Well
fire,
done, mate.
Yeah, well, his little DVD store's been going off, like.
Yeah.
Learn a few movies.
He's one of those two people that have been watching Wayno's movie show. That's what it is.
I don't think anyone got it in the chat.
He had the other week. We didn't even realize.
All right. You might get this one, Chris. Investigator, spy a munch. This is hard. Investigator, spy a munch.
Inspector Gadget?
No.
Detective.
Brad might be
munch.
getting right.
You said a munch, didn't you?
A munch. Spy a munch. It's pretty hard, but it's right up Chris's alley.
I don't know. Now I feel nervous.
I think
Detective
I'll
Pikachu.
Heck, there's got it.
How's that a munch? What's
Munch, chew.
Chew.
Now it makes sense.
Where did pick come from?
Pika, spy, to pika, to peak.
That was
Spy.
rubbish. That was rubbish.
No, I liked it. It was good.
Thanks, Jazz. I was pretty proud of myself with that one, actually. I was like, I got to get one for Chris because he's shit at this
He's
game.
got like 60 of them sitting behind him.
I usually I don't get diddly squat, so
Even tried for you.
We did it easier because that's the day. Star Wars. Sorry, mate. I can start again. I just had a call from my daughter in the UK. Yeah, sure. All right, number 4. This one's pretty easy. Dark surviving wife. Dark surviving
Black Widow?
wife. Yes. Brad is on fire.
I came to play.
I think it's too hot.
I didn't even know it was a quiz.
I'm actually sweating my balls off here too. I think you sent some of your humidity down this way.
I don't think anyone got that in chat either.
Planet of the Wives.
All right, next one is Flesh the Folks. You should be able to
Meet
get
the
it.
parents.
Yes. It is Meet the Parents doing to Aussie Thrifters proud.
I got
Got
one. This is embarrassing.
All right. All right. This is one of the video game ones. Nick, Anthony got in first, I think. Kelly got it as well. I'm sitting on the couch eating ice cream. I want multiple choice. Sorry.
Okay,
All right. This one is a video game movie. Burial Chamber Robber.
Tomb Raider.
Yes.
Yeah.
I knew what it was, but I couldn't think of the words.
Yeah.
What is that
Yeah.
thing, Lara Croft? What is it? Come on.
Yeah.
Yep. It's like it was.
As soon as
It
he
was
said
it's like
earlier-
the tip of your tongue.
As soon as he said at the start of the thing that we're going to have some video game movies, I'm like, what are they? And there's like 3 that are possibly going to fall into it. So I'm like, it's going to be Tomb Raider. It's going to be one of them.
Jazzy got in first in the chat. Octo, Christian, and Sandra. All right. This is one of my favorite ones I've ever come up with. Number 7. Vagina in Kicks.
What was it?
Vagina in Kicks.
Puss in Boots.
Yes. Shit.
Mate.
I think Bohdan's ashamed of himself. He's like, oh, I got that too quick.
Well, I'm just like, what do we call vagina? What are we going with here? Because it's got to be something completely different.
Gertie got it as well. Nick got it as well. Number 8. This is another video game one. Perishable Battle. Very old, popular game. Old game they still make today. It's Dead Meadows. It is not Dead War. I thought this one was really easy.
And it's a movie.
Yeah. From a video game.
Perishable Battle.
There was 2 movies in the 90s. There was also a recent one, maybe 2 years ago.
David. I was a pipsqueak in the 90s.
Oh, back.
Yeah.
Yes. Final Fantasy.
No,
Is that it? No?
it's not fun. It's not Battleship.
Perishable Battle.
It's a fighting game.
Street
Mortal
Fighter.
Kombat.
Oh,
No, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat was right.
I'm like, what's a fighting game?
Octo got it.
Yep.
Titanic.
Lombat.
I
Titanic.
just love doing this. I just love doing this quiz for Chris Collecting's answers. Number 9,
Watching me
second one.
struggle.
Yeah. Animal Farm lunar module. Animal Farm lunar module. Sort of a little bit out the box. Not really, but very simplistic word for lunar module.
Yeah, something rover. Something rover. No?
Oh, I think Cindy got it.
Ellie.
Cindy got it. And then
Jeepers.
Animal Farm.
That's good.
There's a couple
That's
tough ones
good.
in there.
Mate, you should start putting these in the local newspapers.
War of the Worlds. Nice, Cindy. Very good, Cindy. Yes, very well done.
Would pay for
Laugh.
this stuff. You could just start a channel and just do this all day, mate.
No, just do it on Insta. Call it Wayno's Morning Wood.
Problem is, I'd have trouble convincing people to come on. No one likes it except for me.
Do it on Insta and get people to engage with you. Isn't that what it's all about?
Yeah. What's the newspaper? It's actually hard to find new movies because I'm trying to find movies that people know because this isn't a movie channel. So I'm trying to find really well-known movies, but once I've already done one, I can't go back to it and do it again. So I'm actually
different
You
ways.
can.
of
It's
explaining
been a while, Wayne. You can go back to some of them.
and you'd be surprised how many there are you just can't do it with. Like,
It might give me a fighting chance if you do a repeat every so often.
Yeah. All right, last one. This is sort of a hard one. Murders of the Blossom Celestial Body. Murderers of the Blossom Celestial Body. Me and Jazzy can do it on Instagram. And
Killers of the Flower Moon or something? Killers of the Flower Moon?
That is correct. It is Killers of the
I
Flower
was thinking it was that. I was Googling it, like, what's that new movie with the moon in it?
And as a segue, we're doing that on Monday's movie channel.
Oh, actually, tomorrow, now that you mention it, we are doing 2023 movies tomorrow, and that is one of the very best 2023 movies. So,
Oh, well played, mate.
tomorrow night, if you tune into the movie channel, you're about to hear what I think about that movie. And it goes for 3.5 hours, and I've already started rewatching it. So a bit of a hint about what I think about it.
I'm getting quite impressed with you, Wayno. Since I've been away and come back, you're a changed man. You're organized. You're ahead of things. You've got structure. You know, you're advertising.
Cross-promoting.
What is going on?
2 weeks in a row.
2024. New Wayne.
You wouldn't believe it. I'm even eating better.
Good, mate. It's good to hear.
I don't know. I saw you drinking Coke just a minute ago.
It's
He
diet.
said eating, not drinking.
Yeah.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
Nick got in. Either nothing. I don't know. Either nothing or crumpets, which isn't healthy.
Okay, what did you have for lunch?
Crumpets is better than some shit out there.
So 2 salad rolls that I got for
What?
$2 each.
You're gonna have to start sending us pictures. I don't believe you.
Yeah, no, I did. I do eat like chicken and salad rolls like heaps, like for lunch. Just because it's real easy.
Those two
Like,
words come out of your mouth before. That's all.
it's right in the middle of the day and I'm busy doing shit. I don't want to be stopping.
What'd you have for dinner?
No, I had KFC for dinner.
I mean,
That's our boy.
You should have.
That's our
No.
boy.
Wayno, you should have said you had chicken and salad rolls for dinner as well, because that's still KFC.
So I'm taking baby steps. I am actually.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm taking
proud of
baby
you
steps.
regardless, mate. I'm proud of you.
I've actually done this before, and I've gone sugar free before and stuff, and I get really bad withdrawals, like headaches, like you would not believe. Like I can't move, kind of headaches. Like, and so I'm not going.
I'm actually both I'm very proud of you and very annoyed at you because when I sent you the message earlier saying, "Oh, dude, let me know when you would come pick all that stuff up," thinking, "Oh, he's probably been lazy." He's like, "Oh, I've actually been pretty organized and I've sold like half of it. I don't think I've got anything for you." I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not a bad problem. Like, good on you. Like, well done.
Oh yeah, like I just really want to. Like I've been doing this for. I've been trying to clean the house out for like the best part of a year now. Like, and I've been constantly doing it, but like just had a lot of issues with my back, and also I don't talk about it, but I've had a lot of issues with my mask not really working properly. So I've been sleeping a lot during the days and stuff. So it's just working around that, and so it's sort of been a slow process, but I've been getting it done. And yeah, I've got rid of so much shit in especially the last few months.
Good man.
Yeah, it feels so
2024 is going to be Uncle Wayno's year.
I'll tell you what, Wayno, as well. What Cara says there about balance. My wife's a dietitian by trade. She's moving into medicine, but never ever cut everything out. That's her number one rule: is never ever tell anyone not to eat anything. Just have it in moderation. Have little bits when you need it. It's like cutting out sugar and why you say you get headaches, because your body still needs it. And you kill yourself, because that's when you then, like, you go to the point of where you're just going to overconsume. And that goes for anyone. Like, you know, you just, as you say, you got to work with what your body and what you can handle. And if it's a slow process of removing KFC, that's fine.
Yeah, like I got, I've been pretty busy today. I actually slept really good last night. So when that happens, I go hard all day. So I've been pretty busy today. I had to go up the street and it was dinner time and I was like, I'm not going to go home and cook. You know, I was just like, fuck it, let's just get it. But yeah, I've been cooking and stuff. So even if it's not healthy, I'm still trying to cook it so that I can sort of get more into the habit of that instead of just buying takeaway all the fucking time.
It's good.
Yeah, good.
So, I mean, the reality is I'm 43 and I'm heading straight for a fucking heart attack. So I have to do something about it. Wayno is his best self. He's a changed man. How did this fucking turn into...
Everyone's just rooting for you, mate. That's what it is.
You just said you ate salad rolls for lunch and everyone's giving you a big cheer.
I mean, bread is not good for you, so it's not like it's...
Next minute, your channel name's going to change to Uncle Wayno's, health update or health channel. It's great.
Uncle Fitness.
Healthy eating with Uncle Wayno.
Yeah. You could do mukbangs.
What is that?
ASMR eating.
Hey?
Go look up a mukbang and people just eat food and it's just the sound of eating food and watching it. And they don't talk.
Oh, fuck that. Maisie Mays. Sorry. Hi, how you going? Australian of the year. We're being healthy right now, but I still had some ice cream. But yeah,
balance it.
That's it.
It's never going to happen, Christian. Never. So basically, I really can't get around at the moment. Like, so that's why I got to do it. I can't bend. I can't. If I drop something on the ground, I can't pick it up. So it's gotten really bad. I don't go to the op shops anymore because it's just too much effort. Like, I can't really stand on my feet for very long. So
when I started running at the start of the year again, I was going to make an Instagram called Fat Man Can Run, just so that I had someone to be accountable to. But then I realized I don't have enough time to manage another Instagram.
I have Milo for dinner and Guzman taco and fries for lunch. Uncle Inspo. Burrito. No, don't worry. You'll in a week or two's time, you'll say, "Oh, how's your eating going?" And I'll be like, "Oh, fucking shit."
No, keep on it. It's just getting past that first month of routine, and then it's like,
there's other factors as well. Adam's moved out. All my bills just doubled. So I can't. I need to.
You can't go get takeaway
salad.
I can't just keep living like a king anymore.
Eating grass from now.
You'll find Uncle Wayno's new channel is going to be growing veggies in the backyard with Uncle Wayno.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, if you buy a lettuce from Coles, mate, you go bankrupt.
Yeah. Aussie Kegs 98. Hi, all. It's me, Christopher. Hi, Christopher.
Chris.
What a Chris is in the chat.
Won this one. Hi. People saying hi. We're about to wrap up. I know it's a Richard Simmons reboot we all need. I skipped past Jazzy's comment because I was just wanted to get through those. What's goals for the week ahead, lads?
Just get back into routine for me. I've got to go pick up my consignment deal. I've got to just get back into groove. Something of normal routine. I haven't had a normal week yet back, so that's my goal.
Yeah,
and videos are back this week, so you'll have videos tomorrow.
Yeah, I just got to get back to before Christmas. I was 2 weeks ahead of listing, so I had a bit of a backup there in case anything happened with, just Christmas, etc. And now I'm back to only a day, so I'm gonna just get myself back to having 2 weeks of scheduled. So you've always got a little bit of a leeway there in case anything goes haywire.
Yeah, I just got to keep doing what I'm doing. One thing I do got to make sure is I split my time between sorting and listing because I don't do that. I spend days on end just sorting shit out, and then it's like I've had a $60 day, a $70 day, and it's like so the last few days or 4 or 5 days or whatever I've been listing, and I've had a pretty decent, half decent sort of weekend. So I just need to do that better. So.
I think for us, just trying to find our new routine with everything that's been changing and adapting, and trying to work out how much time we spend in the warehouse versus how much time we spend out sourcing in new places, and how much time we spend on the other membership group, and just trying to find where all that fits now, because obviously the business has changed. We don't have the support that we had before, so trying to slot all those things into a new schedule is definitely starting to make a little bit of sense, but still a bit of work to do.
Yeah. Sourcing fodder back.
Yep. We got a video Wednesday, and Christian, we're doing one on Tuesday. So if my Wednesday one flops from that I did on Saturday, it will be you and me on Wednesday.
Bohdan, any chance of a new video?
Just working into it.
Yeah, look, I'd love to say yes, but it's the last. As I said last week, it's the last of my plans. Family first, work second, business third at the moment, and so making money is much more important than making videos. So if I get to the stage where I'm 2 weeks ahead and I've got some time up my sleeve, maybe. But it's also not wanting to just create the same content everyone else is. I'm doing it. I want to be making some value for people. I don't want to just be another thing for people to just have there in their feed that's not really relevant. So, which is hard because we all do the same thing. So it's where is that relevance? It just comes down to time, really. Maybe I'll do a video of me cleaning this shit up behind me one day.
Time lapse it.
I was going to make a video a couple of years ago, and I never did it, and I still can make it. It was going to be opening my own mystery box. So
your own mystery box.
You'd be 2 years ahead and then open it again.
He would have had 50 mystery boxes in that house, I reckon.
Yes, I probably do. I have a suitcase full of T-shirts that I've bought over the years at concerts and things like that. And I actually can't remember. I know some of the stuff that's in there, but some of the stuff I can't remember at all. So maybe
I reckon it would work because when I was there buying a few, you're like, oh, I didn't even know I had this box. And then you pull out a GameCube and this, and you're like, oh, you want to buy this too? And you made an extra $100 out of me.
He's like, there's a random box with shoes and shit in it. Chris pulls out a DS, and I'm like, oh, okay. I can test that now. I've got a charger.
That's what's underneath my table here. It's pretty much the same thing. I just kind of if it's too hard, if it's in that too hard basket, it just goes in a box and gets put under the table. And then I get frustrated when I go back to the table. On the table back there, I've got board games. I've got some vintage Christmas decorations I should have listed, leading up to Christmas and stuff. It's you just get lazy.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
Tony Dory to Wayno's mystery box. We're about to wrap up. Anything that makes a profit for me, basically. DVDs are pretty hard to come by these days in decent lots. So, yeah, I don't know.
Got a nice one on the weekend, Wayno. I'll have to send you some photos. But...
Yeah,
saw some of that. Looked interesting.
Yeah, he's all like a guy that did storage units, and we've been talking to him for a while, and he's got a property out of town a little bit, and he had like 6 sheds, and there's just like stuff everywhere, and all those DVDs were all sealed. So, but we got like sealed phones, like iPhones. There was like some really nice watches that we got, some nice clothing, but yeah, I mean, stuff's still out there. It's harder to find. I think it's more about connections now than it ever has been. So.
Yeah. A few auctions I did this week, bidding on USB card chargers, some old books, some solar stuff, the usual crap. I putting in so much effort, and then you realize, and you release a similar video as someone else. There's been once or twice where I've been going to film a certain video, and then Judd has done it, and like we haven't even talked about it or anything. It's like, oh, I can't do that now.
I feel like they do that the same thing with movies quite often. You'll get like a run of movies that are all almost exactly the same, like premise.
Well, especially in our industry as well. Like there's only, like you said, there's only a certain amount of things, and like a trend will change, and everyone will talk about what's changing. So you're going to get similar type of content. Like if something changes on eBay, and all of us want to talk about it, then there's 4 videos about a similar subject. But I don't think it's a bad thing, because all of us have like little different ways of explaining it, or little different tips and tricks. So I think
it's the same. Sorry, it's the same with every category on YouTube. If you watch movie reviews, every guy that's got a movie review channel does a review of the new movie that just came out. And you know, I might watch the ones that I like, the guys that I like. So it's the same.
Yeah.
Member parents have acquired 43 hives.
Wow.
Their honey's very good. He gave us a couple last time we were down there.
Nice.
I'm allergic to bees, so I wouldn't be any good at that.
Wouldn't get near it.
I had a bee nest in my lawn. Like they all huddled together. It was like thousands of them. And so I called a beekeeper, and he came over. This was like 15 years ago. And he came over to remove them and stuff. And I'm standing at my front door, which is pretty far from them. And you know, he's trying to remove them, so he's rolled them up, and they started flying around and shit. And I'm telling him how I'm allergic, and just as I'm telling him, one lands on my arm. And he goes, don't touch it. And like straight away, I just went like that, and it started to sting me. It just so they start to sting. He told me, explained it to me. They start to sting you. They don't actually fully sting you, and they wait a few seconds or whatever. So it only just started to sting me. So and then I flicked it off. And I'd never been stung by a bee since I was 3. So I rang my mum, and like a big welt started to come up. Rang my mum. I just got stung by a bee. Am I really that allergic? Because I was about to go to the pub. And she's like, oh, you should go to the hospital. And I'm like, yeah, but like, because I don't have a EpiPen or anything. I'm like, yeah, but I'm not that allergic, am I? Like, it's just on my arm. I should be right, shouldn't I? And she's like, oh, no, you just go to the hospital just to be sure. Oh, yeah, all right. So I hung up and I went to the pub.
Hospital.
And you've been fine ever since?
And you're still here.
I just ended up with a massive welt on my arm. Like, it's huge. And it eventually went down. I don't know how long. It took days, weeks, whatever.
Yeah, cool.
But I like to start focusing on sell-through on my store games. Yeah, that's one thing I've been meaning to do. I've been focusing more on getting rid of the stuff I haven't got listed that I don't need. But with that many garbage DVDs in my store, it's not funny. You know, they're all $9.95 because they've all been reduced to $9.95. And if I recomp them all, they'd be like $6-7 DVDs. It wouldn't even be worth having them. But I just leave them there because they don't take up that much space. Networking coming through from like 6 months ago. We met the dude at a different peak we got invited to and took the opportunity. That's back in the best opportunities we've ever had. All happened that way. Yeah, totally.
That's it.
All right, we might try and wrap up. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Thanks so much, you guys, for all coming on. All these guys' links in in the description. Most of you will already follow them anyway, but if you're new here, go and follow them all because they're all legends. And I mean, what a story, man! I got a million of them. As we discovered last week. Yeah, thanks guys heaps for coming on. All their links are in the description. In the description of this video. Thanks to everyone that was watching. We had like over 50 the whole night, so that was awesome.
Yeah, it's been good.
Still 55 watching. Great live, yeah. I'm gonna try and do it every week. Like I won't because I'm well,
you started off strong. You started strong.
Yeah, but I really only did like 8 shows like the whole year last year, and I've lost my monetization now because I didn't. They sent me an email saying you've lost it because I didn't. I never bothered filling out the filling out the AdSense thing. So I was inactive for 6 months, so they cancelled it, and now I don't have anywhere near the hours. But I don't care about the monetization, so I'm going to try and do this every week, most weeks at least. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Hopefully we'll see you all next week. Come over and watch the movie show tomorrow night. It's going to be fun. It'll be 9 o'clock. Robbie will be there. You'll know him. You love him. And we will see you all next week.
See you guys.